Today we're here in Aaron Stehley's awesome heated garage here in Minnesota, where he completed a VW rebuild. This is the passion project. So with this vehicle, what does it usually take when it comes to maintenance on this guy? You're obviously probably not driving it around very much, right?
I haven't driven it much yet. I think I've got maybe 5 or 6 miles on it since the SEMA show. Maintenance, there's a ton of maintenance.
Okay.
You have to keep it clean. Every time you drive it, with the chrome work, the polishing, the powder coating, it's hours to get the car back to a point where you can store it. And so,
I can imagine.
With show cars like this, they are meant to be driven. But when you get to this level, every little speck, every little chip, it's like a magnifying glass. And so I'm underneath the car with, wipes, making sure that the dust is off and it's as pretty now as it was the day I debuted it at the SEMA show.
Yeah, so speaking of the SEMA show, what did it take to prep for the SEMA show to get this car ready to go there?
Oh, it was 11 years of like sweat, blood, and tears.
11 years.
Yep, 11 years and a whole lot of generous support from a lot of talented friends and business partners of mine.
Takes a village, huh?
It really does take a village. I certainly don't have the skills alone to produce something at this caliber, but I have a lot of friends that are talented in those areas. So leading up to the night before, it was polishing, buffing, cleaning the glass, like trying to get the car as spotless as possible. And it's fresh. It hadn't been driven at that point, but it was still hours and hours and hours just to get it into the trailer, so we didn't have to do that in Las Vegas. Now, we get it to Las Vegas and we pull it out of the trailer to load into the convention center, and what does it take again? Hours and hours of detailing. Every time you touch it, something shows up. And so there's a lot of pampering involved.
And you drove it into SEMA, is that correct?
I did.
Yep.
Something I didn't think was going to happen. I went into the build the last 90 days going, okay, let's make the car look really pretty. That's all SEMA cares about, is how it looks, right?
Yep.
But personally, it's like, I have to get this thing running because I don't want to be that guy that's pushing the car in. It's almost like the walk of shame where you're like, it's not done unless it drives. And thankfully, about 2 weeks before going to the show, we got it running well enough to be mobile. It needed a tune, it needed a little bit of adjustment, but we hit the goal.
You made it work.
We made it work.
Yeah, you had it running for SEMA. Speaking of SEMA, you got an award, is that correct? Got quite a bit of attention.
I did. So Hemmings Motor News, a long-standing publication, really the Bible of the automotive industry, they awarded me Best European Import of the entire show.
Wow, that's a big award.
That, I was completely surprised. There are really high-dollar Porsches, BMWs, cars that really I still look up to. And yet they chose this car. And it was just one of those moments in life where you're like, wow, this is something I'm gonna remember for a long time.